Hi guys. Well, I had the idea before I went to work that when I came home I would do an 11:11 portal reading for the whole collective. Um, so since I got home, I've been working on this, and I am right now just surrounded by just decks and decks of cards right here. And when I thought about doing this, I thought, it's going to be a light, airy fairy, inspirational, really uplifting. I guess if I would have had my choice and I would have picked a reading, that's what it would have been. But this turned out way more serious. It's not bad. It's not bad, so don't get scared. But it did turn out way serious, more serious than I ever would have thought it would have. So, and this is my very first time doing this. So, I'm going to be reading from a couple of the pamphlets and the books that I got here. So this reading might take a little while, but hopefully just bear with me. But it was really important messages, and I know a few of you really need to hear this. And it was for me as well. So, yeah, it turned it out for me, but also I felt other people's energies, and it was just really different doing it like this. But anyway, okay, we'll get started. First of all, I would like everyone to take a deep, like, belly breath. So just fill up your belly and then fill up your lungs. Just to start everything out and be, like more grounded. Okay, so here we go. Hold it. And let the energy go to, anything from the day. Okay. All right. So, well, of those of you that know how I do this, I always start out with the Rider Waite, because this deck, I've had this deck for 45 years, I think, now. So, and I found this deck, I found my daughter was kidnapped, and I found her with these cards. So these cards are really special to me, okay? So I always will start out with these. I went ahead and pulled the cards because I'm on a time limit. And I wanted to get the general feel of everything before I started the camera, okay? So anyway, I just, there's no way I could even make this up. But, okay, so for the Rider Waite deck, I pulled the Two of Pentacles. And, of course, I write everything down. So, and I got a couple of pages here. So I got the Two of Pentacles, and I got juggling, balance, money, family, work, decisions that need to be made, weighing the odds. I feel like the emotion is in the past now. And so you will be thinking more logical and practical now about your decisions and what needs to be done next, or your next moves, right? I also got the crown chakra because of his hat is so tall, right? So I feel like your spirituality is heightened, and I see that that everyone is on solid ground, but also he's only standing on one leg, right? So he's got this leg up. So he's balancing this and also balancing himself. And I got the feeling trying your best to keep the balance. And I had a court gesture feeling. And then entertainment came to my mind. I don't know why. It might mean something to a few of you out there. The entertainment didn't really mean anything to me personally, but it might to a few of you. If it does, you can leave it in the comments. Okay, so that was starting the reading. I pulled 11 cards because it's 11/11 portal. So 11 cards. It's actually out of 10 decks, but the third one down the line, there's 2 decks in one. Okay, it's the yes or no, if you've seen that previously. So anyway, it comes out to 11 decks on 11/11, okay? And the second card I pulled was from the Love Tarot, and I pulled I'm Single. I am single. I'll read it to you. I'm single right now. I'm not attached to anyone and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. Well, this fits me perfectly because this is exactly how I feel, but I don't know about y'all out there, you know. But it seems to correspond with this juggling. You know, you're like juggling the relationship or what you should do, or the marriage, or where to live, or you know, or should you travel to them or should they travel to you? But anyway, I felt like those were cohesive. Okay, I am single. I know there's not a lot of people probably out there. Well, there probably is a lot of people single. But there's also a lot of people in relationships. When I started this reading, I put the intention into the cards that it, you know, it would be for people that would come to my channel and watch it. So it's not like for the whole world or anything. You know, it's just the intention I put in was just for the people that would come to the channel and watch it, okay? And then, let me see. Oh, you know what? I skipped one. Well, it's all right. We'll just go out of sequence a little bit. So, okay, the second one I actually, sorry, I've never done this like this before. I pulled it out of this Archetypes guidebook cards, and I pulled the fault line. So I got kind of a heavy feeling from that. And the intuitive feelings I got were precarious, right? Precarious, division, taking sides, starting fresh, moving, arguments, divorce, and separation. That's what came to my mind. But now I'm going to read to you out of the book, okay? It says in little writing up here, the fissure, the crack, the weak link. But then it goes down into the text here. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending it's all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. This fit my situation perfectly. I don't know about y'all, but And then the little side note, it says, it is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisit it. The time to heal is nigh, it says, which is now, right? The time to heal is now. In Japanese kintsugi pottery, gold is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. And then at the bottom it says, when in light, redefining reality, breaking open. When in dark, precarious, pretending delusion. Going deeper is Dance to Everything. Oh, Dance to Everything is Broken by Bob Dylan. Okay. So you can see where this kind of got, like heavy, like way different than I thought it would be. So let me just show you that I did start with this one, right? And this one was supposed to be number 2, but I forgot it was sitting here. And then this one is number 3, the I'm Single. So it's all very cohesive so far, about relationships and that, Okay, and the next one we're going to do is the yes and no. And when and how. Okay, so I pulled a yes card. And it says, the jingling you hear is the tambourine of good luck. It is soundtracking your stable ascent towards the pinnacle of success. Your intuition guides you in the right direction, sinking your position with both stability and prosperity. So yeah, this is what we need, is some stability, right? Because we're like really unstable there. Okay, and so then you pull a yes card, and then you pull out of the orange deck, I'm sorry, yes or no. It'll say if yes or if no. So if yes says, listen to the militant drum roll sounds in your honor. In 2 months, favorable circumstances develop, but not in the usual way. Your incredible ability to transform and adapt allows you to turn the tide and easily achieve your goal. Okay, so this is the the double deck, and so that's what that looks like, and the back of them look like that. Yeah, it's 2 full decks, and the box is like really thick. So I felt very cohesive as well to all of this so far, and just heavier than I had anticipated. I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought it was going to be lighter, not so heavy. Sorry, I got to take a drink. Okay. So number 6 is from, be able to grab it. This is the Mind Info Oracle deck. And I pulled, this is, Fresh Start. Okay, so it looks like some of us are getting a fresh start, maybe all of us. It says, you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Excuse me. So it's, it may seem like you're very unstable right now. But in this instability is a gift. So a gift is being given to you right now. You may not feel it, see it, or whatever, but it is a gift, whatever is going on right now, okay? So I would just say hang in there. Hang in there, and it will all be better soon. Well, it says within 2 months, the yes or no card, so we'll pray and keep our fingers crossed for 2 months, right? Okay, and so then the 7th card is, I picked Adoring Virtue, Healing with the Angels, Oracle cards. And I pulled Trust. Here, let me hold it with this hand. Trust is a beautiful card. Okay, I'm going to just read this to you. Card meaning, believe in yourself and have faith that God and the angels are with you. Ask them to help you lose the fears that block you from enjoying full faith. Your angels know that you've been disappointed in the past. These experiences may have eroded your faith in yourself, other people, or even God. However, the angels remind you of the importance of holding on to your faith. By drawing this card, the angels emphasize the value of self-trust. They know that you, like everyone, have made mistakes in the past. However, these mistakes have not eroded your true nature. You still have omnipresent God within you, and God is infallible. The angels ask you to trust in God and to trust in them. They will help you trust yourself. Okay, so does that make you feel better? I mean, because we've all made mistakes, right? We all have made mistakes. But it's asking to trust the angels, trust God, and trust yourself. Trust yourself that you're making the right decisions. Going back to this card, you know, trust yourself that even though you're feeling unstable, that all is well and in divine timing, okay? So it's all going to be all right. And it is okay right now. You just may not feel it, okay? So that was number 7. Now we're going to go to 8. And I pulled a medicine card. Is that right? Yeah. 8 medicine. Oh, yeah, it's in here. And my intuitive feelings before I opened the book and read about lizards is like, well, of course, they're quick, right? They're quick, they're smart, they're agile. And I just put knows what he needs. So they know to, you know, go out in the sun and get some vitamin D. They know when to get some shade. They know where to get their food. They're wild lizards everywhere outside. And they know how to survive. And they know what to do without questioning their self, right? So, okay, I'm going to show you this card. Oh, and this is number 36. The other cards we got, well, the 2 of Pentacles is 2, of course. I guess it's the only number we've had so far. So 2 and 36 so far. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. I'll have to put this down. Okay. Lizard, will you dream with me, travel across the stars, beyond the place of time and space? There live visions from afar. There live visions from afar. So I'm not the greatest reader. Okay, this is kind of a story about a snake and a lizard. But I'm just going to read it to you. It's kind of lengthy, but you might get something out of it like I did. So, Lizard sat lolling in the shadow of a big rock, shading himself from the desert sun. Snake crawled by, looking for some shadow to cool up in and rest. Snake watched Lizard for a while as Lizard's eyeballs went side to side behind his enormous closed lids. Snake hissed to get Lizard's attention. Slowly, Lizard's dreaming eyes opened, and he saw Snake. "Snake, you scared me. What do you want?" Lizard cried. Snake spit his answer from his forked tongue. "Lizard, you are always getting the best shadow spots in the heat of the day. This is the only big rock for miles. Why don't you share your shade with me?" Lizard thought for a moment, then agreed. "Snake, you can share my shade spot, but you have to go to the other side of the rock, and you must promise not to interrupt me." Snake was getting annoyed. He hissed, "How could I bother you, Lizard? All you are doing is sleeping." Lizard smiled knowingly. "Oh, Snake, you are such a silly serpent. I'm not sleeping, I'm dreaming." Lizard smiled knowingly. "Oh, Snake, you are such..." Oh, I'm sorry. Don't want to read that again. Snake wanted to know what the difference was, so Lizard explained, "Dreaming is going into the future, Snake. I go to where future lives. You see, that is why I know you won't eat me today. I dreamed you, and I know you're full of mouse." Snake was taken aback. "Why, Lizard, you're exactly right. I wondered why you said you would share your rock." Lizard laughed to himself. "Snake," he said, "you are looking for shade, and I am looking for shadow. Shadow is where dreams live." Okay? Shadow is where dreams live. Lizard medicine is the shadow side of reality, where your dreams are reviewed before you decide to manifest them physically. Okay? I'll read that again. Lizard medicine is the shadow side of reality, where your dreams are reviewed before you decide to manifest them physically. I think that's a good one. Lizard could have created getting eaten by Snake if he had so desired. Lizard is the medicine of dreamers. Whether dreamers smoke you or dream you, dreamers can always help you see the shadow. This shadow can be your fears, your hopes, or the very thing you are resisting, but is always following you around like an obedient dog. If Lizard dreamed a space in your cards today, it may be time to look and see what is following along behind you. Is it your fears, your future trying to catch up to you? Or is it the part of you that wants to ignore your weaknesses and humanness? Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Make a dream log and record all you remember. Be sure to pay attention to each individual symbol or reoccurring pattern. If you do not remember your dreams, you could try setting a music alarm for 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Or you could try drinking a lot of water before bedtime and allow your bladder to wake you up. Dreams are very important. Pay attention to them. Okay. So, Lizard. And then, what is next? The Crystal Angel. The Crystal Angel. And this is Doreen Virtue too. Okay. And I pulled Charoite. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This card is reassurance that you are protected and that your prayers have been heard and answered. Perhaps you have been feeling vulnerable lately or have been attacked verbally, physically, or psychically. It appears that someone is challenging you, and God, your guardian and God and your guardian angels want you to know that they are watching over you and your loved ones. This is a sign that some emotional or physical issues could be stemming from psychic attack in which someone is sending anger or jealous, or jealous energy your way. Praying to God and Jesus and calling upon Archangel Michael can help clear and shield you. Visualize yourself in a protective bubble of royal purple light, which is God's divine radiance that only allows love to enter and exit your sphere. This purple light will bounce away negative energy and transmute it into healing love for both you and the attacker. So instead of retaliating against or fearing whoever sent negativity your way, you help bring love, healing love to the world. About Charoy, named for the Siberian river where it's found, Charoy is a purple stone that helps with psychic and spiritual shielding and protection from religious persecution. So this kind of made sense to me. I felt like this was for me too. Because of the ghost situation. I don't know how many of you have watched my ghost series, but it's a continuing problem. And it made me wonder, because I'm really wondering about this, what's going on. And something strange happened last night, but I haven't done a video on it yet, so I don't want to spoil it right here. But something strange happened, and when I read this card, I thought, well, maybe it is someone sending me negative energy, like a psychic attack, and it's something I had never thought about before. But you'll just have to stay tuned for that video. I'm probably not going to make it tonight. Let me think. It's Friday, Saturday. I might make it on Sunday. Either Sunday or Wednesday or Thursday, probably. Okay, if you're interested in the ghost series. But anyway, I love this card. That purple is so beautiful, isn't it? The more I look at purple, the more I love it. The more I see it, the more I love it. But anyway, okay. So we're gonna turn the page now. And did we have any? No numbers yet. Okay, and then the 10th card I pulled was out of the cartouche. And this deck is very old as well. This is the second deck I ever got, that I bought. And it's probably just about as old as the Rider-Waite. It's probably, I don't know. Well, probably really close. Maybe 44 years old. Probably something around there. Anyway. So, and I haven't pulled these for a long time. I haven't played with them for a long time. So, the number 8 might mean something to you guys. And this is kind of lengthy too. And I got from this, well, here, I'll show you the picture. It's Ta. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ta. So it's number 8. So now I got, what was it, number 2, and what was that other? Well, might have to turn the page. I think it was 36 or something. And number 8, so it might mean something. And I just, I looked at the card and I just thought building something new and precision. These cards are kind of hard for me to read or get a lot of intuitive feelings from. So I always just look up the meaning. But anyway, it says it's a mason's tool, architect of the universe, patron of men, the Ren, or name, and it's nature is fixed. The upright meaning is ingenuity, masculinity, craftsmanship, inventiveness, and dexterity. So it says the upright meanings of the card, the spiritual, transpersonal, or superconscious level. During the course of its evolutionary journey back to its creator, the soul or spirit advances through many experiences. Each constructive lesson that is learned represents a brick in its spiritual foundation. And as the edifice gradually takes shape, the true character and identity of the psyche is established. At this level, Ta represents the constructive building of the temple of spiritual identity, which slowly grows with each lesson's life teaches. So on a psychological, mental, or subconscious level, the finer qualities of masculinity are represented here. The true male who does not need to resort to violence or become a dropout in order to prove his manhood. The man who accepts responsibilities for his prodigy and for the care of the woman who has borne them. These are Ta's qualities. Card number 8 also indicates hard work and the progress it may achieve, and typifies the helpful man who contributes to the community in general as well as to himself and his family. Okay, the material, mundane, or conscious level meaning is new inventions, scientific discoveries, and gadgets of all kinds come under this heading, as well as skills, crafts, and dexterities, from heavy labor to the most intricate technical work. Ta is nothing if not ingenious. Since the Ta energies correspond to the animus, or male aspect of the personality, they will naturally manifest at this level in those areas of life in which men have tended to excel. In this age of equal opportunities, it is unwise to draw lines of comparison, and there are no doubt women who possess Ta-like qualities, just as there are many men involved in Hather-type occupations like clothing design, hairdressing, cooking, and so forth. If the Ta card were to feature in a woman's reading, the inference would be drawn that the person in question either possesses some technical skill or needs to assume a more positive, masculine, or supportive role in life. The same principle would apply where the Heather card features in a man's reading, except that in that case, the message would relate to the anemia or feminine aspect of the psyche or personality. Okay? So, yeah. So, I mean, I guess I was right about that, like building something new, precision, and, yeah, well, masculinity, I didn't think about that, but yeah, it's definitely masculine, right? Okay, and then the 11th card I pulled out of this deck, and this is the New Era Elementals Tarot deck. This is a difficult one. I thought it would be easy, but it's not. This is a kind of a hard one, like more advanced readers, you know, but nice cards. Okay. Oh, this is, yeah, the 11th card, and the 11th card that I'm pulling, and it's repletion, and it's water number 10, and of course, you know, reduces down to 1, so it's new beginnings, right? And I'll read this to you. This little book is so tiny. It's this tiny little thing, so it's hard to keep it open. Okay. water repletion. Correspondences are Mars and Pisces. Keywords: passing the zenith, calm, the ability to let go and enjoy, having enough, and completion. Well, this is okay. We'll keep going because it turned out upright. It wasn't, reversed. It came out upright. The meaning: we have passed the point of culmination and are now sinking into the afterglow of an intense emotional experience. We are ready to let go with gratitude. Exploring the card. The card shows a view over a quiet lake with 10 boulders in the water, summing up the number value of the card. The waters are clear and allow a view not just of the reflections of the landscape, but also of what is under the surface. Okay. Let me see if I can get anything else from this. Well, what comes to mind is that it is shallow water, so you're not going to drown in it, right? Like if you fell off these rocks, your ankles would just get wet, or you might be up to maybe your knees if you went out there a ways, but it's not deep water, so it's all right. And also, I thought of being a kid and jumping from rock to rock, like jumping for fun. And then what came to my mind was like stepping stones. I mean, this is going to be the first rock that you got to get on, and then this will be the second step, third step, fourth step, and so on. So what you have to, do is you just got to take one step at a time. That's how I see it, just one step at a time, because you can't jump on all of them all at once. And then once you take one step at a time, then you're going to get over here to bigger boulders where you could actually climb up there, and you would have a good view, and you would see more of where you're actually at, right? So right now you might be down here and not know exactly where you are, but once you climb up here, you're going to know exactly where you are. There's a little tree up there to help you climb up there. Yeah, I mean, this is the main thing I'm getting, is just one step at a time. And there are going to be more challenges, right? So it's one step at a time, and then once you get over here, it's going to be more challenges, but it'll be worth it. So just keep going. Keep working hard towards your goals, or your gifts, or your art, or your writing, your poetry, whatever it is. Keep going. So that is the 11th card for 1111. And then I have a big dish of gemstones. So I went over there and I thought, well, I could put them in a bowl, but I didn't really have time. So I thought, I'm just going to shut my eyes, and then I'm just going to feel around. I mean, I'm not going to feel them. I had my hand up like this, and I just thought, okay, just guide me, Spirit, where you want my finger to land. And so I went down like that. So I, because I thought if I put them in a bowl, I know what they feel like. So I didn't want to, I wanted it to be a surprise. So I came down, and I came right down on the rose quartz. And this is one of my favorite ones. So it's kind of funny that my finger hit this one. It's really a nice piece. It looks a lot better. In person, it's a lot pinker than what it looks like on the screen right there. But anyway, this is just a really nice, I mean, when you hold it, it just feels so good. I mean, you just feel like really good when you hold the stone. Like you feel calm, you feel love, you feel like everything's going to be okay, you know, that kind of feeling. Okay, so I looked it up, the meaning on Google, just to, you know, make sure what it said. And it said, rose quartz, it's the healing crystal and stone of unconditional love. Emits strong vibrations of love, which are thought to support emotional and relationship healing. Inspires compassion, boosts feelings of peace and calm. And it does. It really does. You should get a piece. If you don't have a piece of rose quartz, it doesn't have to be this big. It could just be a little piece, you know. But it just feels so good. And I felt like this stone fit this reading completely. And I felt like all the cards complemented each other like perfectly. So you can tell me what you think of this reading, and if you like this reading, or whether you want me to do more of these readings or not, or whatever. But I thought it was kind of fun to do, and it was kind of just an impromptu thing, just an idea before I went to work. I thought, man, I should do 1111 portal reading. And this was the only way I could do it and have time to do it. Because now I have to upload it, and that's going to take another hour or so. Okay. All right, guys. Well, happy 11/11 portal day. And I hope all your relationships are well, and you will make the right decision. And just don't worry. I mean, I just don't think there's any, you know, we feel like we've made mistakes in the past, but really none of them have been really mistakes, because it's made us who we are today. And we've learned from the mistakes. I mean, that's a human thing. We have to learn from our mistakes, right? I just don't really think there's any way around it. I mean, yeah, on some things you could make a decision and, oh wow, that was a really good decision, and not feel like any regret or like questioning yourself or whatever. But in the end, it's all okay. In the end, it doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what the other person's done in your life, good or bad. It just matters that you keep trying to be the best version of you for right now and your future. Okay? All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. And let me know if you like this reading, this type of reading, all right? Okay, have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.